Hey, what's going on, guys? This is me, right? Castro at YS Stocks and Options. So this is your market forecast for the week, right? For the upcoming week, which is week 8th of Feb all the way to the 11th of February, right? So the first thing that I like to look at whenever I do a forecast is the VIX. We know that the VIX is the fear index, and if you haven't been tracking the VIX, you've noticed a few things, right? The VIX has been trading a little bit higher here, right? So we've seen the VIX. Look at that. Creating new highs for the last few weeks, right? And I'm gonna leave this trend line here so you guys can make sure that we capture and we conceptualize what we're seeing. So we had the VIX here, boom, support, went up, hit support again, went all the way, hit support again. And the reason why I have this here because I wanted to show you guys my forecast for the VIX, right? So I really think that the VIX is gonna pop a little bit lower, test here, right? And I think we're going to expect the VIX to go a little bit higher in the next few weeks, right? Possibly testing 40, right? And the reason for that, again, is for this reason, right? The VIX keeps tugging at support right here, right? Establish a new support right there, right? Right? Support area for the VIX, boom. Support right here, support right there. So I have the VIX coming a little bit lower, right? Of course, if we know the VIX goes lower, that means the SPY is going to go higher, right? Because this is the inverse of that particular ETF, right? So again, the VIX is going to come down, causing the market to rally, right? Monday and Tuesday, and then we're going to see the VIX eventually in the next 2 or 3 weeks or whatnot, testing 40, right? Because look, as you guys can see, the VIX has been making higher highs and higher lows, right? Give you an example right here. The VIX made a higher high, right? Here made a higher low, right? Then it made a higher low here, right? Made a higher high over here. Right? They demand higher low. Right? So there's another higher high that's going to be forming. Right? And I'm thinking anticipating this one being very close to 38, right? Or even higher, right? I'm actually seeing 40s, right? 40s being the level in which this is going to be testing, right? Okay, and that's in the next 2 to 3 weeks, right? That's for the long forecast. So let's look at the individual ETFs, right? So let's look at the Qs first. And I'm gonna leave those marks there so you guys can see them, right? See that I'm not changing anything whatsoever. So when we look at the Qs, right? The triple Qs, as you guys call them, a few things. So we saw the Qs actually close in a very strong bullish orami, right? Very strong here, bullish candle, right? And look at that volume, strong volume as well. So that leads me to believe that, or secondly, right? Secondly, there's a gap here that needs to be filled, right? So you guys can see there's a gap here filled that needs to be filled, right? And we know that whenever a stock creates a gap, right, the gap has to be filled. So it is my forecast, that early on in the week, right, we're going to have the Qs test the 21 EMA. And right after that, right, I see them coming down to test again 300 and let's see here. It's gonna 300 and $352, right? So I'm gonna leave that there so you guys can see it. Let's go to the diamonds, right? The diamonds. What are we seeing in diamonds? When we see the diamonds, a lot of weakness in the diamonds, right? Even though we saw a small little rally here on the diamonds, you have to pay attention to a few things. A few things that tells you a lot. So we had, boom, we had a bullish candle here, super bearish candle here, right? And we know that these three together, this makes a evening star, right? Boom, boom, right? Evening star. And here, this being not a very strong bullish candle, but this being here a spinning top, right? I'm truly anticipating that we're going to see more downfall for the diamonds, right? So it's my forecast for the diamonds that we're going to see a quick little rally, right? Boom, right here, the first day. And right after that, on 11th, 11th, so we should see the diamonds hit the support area, test the support area, right? Again, I'm gonna leave those there so we can actually see them and see if I'm right or wrong. Let's look at the spiders, and we say that the spiders are the inverse of the fear index of the VIX, right? So we know what the VIX is gonna do. We say that the VIX was gonna go down beginning of the week. So if the VIX is gonna go down the beginning of the week, right, we can easily anticipate, and we can easily anticipate and say that, right, we expect SPY to rally, right? At least here, right? We're expected to rally at least I'm being a little bit generous here, to be honest with you. I'm gonna say 352, right? We'll go here, 352, right? And then closing at the end of the week on 11th, closing the test 339, right? Again, boom, right here, hitting 352, just being a little generous, right, with the spiders, and then coming down, testing, right, the 200 moving average. I think I may be going a little bit generous too. Maybe, yeah, I would say 340. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit more. That didn't work out like a plan. Leave it there, right? 339. All right. When we look at IWM, though, IWM tells a little bit different story, right? IWM just has a lot of weakness here, right? A lot of weakness, not a lot of support on a downside. So everything about IWM, the only thing I see IWM has strength is right here, right? It has support at 190, 190.72. See support here, 190.72. So early on a week, but then it has this gap that has to be filled here at 160, 163.85. All right. So with that being said, and also looking at, right, the squeeze here, boom, 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 right? I still see a lot of downfall for the diamonds, right? So on a short side, on a short time frame, right? Short time frame. I see the diamonds rallying slightly to the upside, testing 201, right? But my long forecast, right, for the diamonds is testing here, 191. And if the volume is weak here, right, and we see it breaking $191, right, I anticipate that we're going to test, see that weekly support, right? If the diamonds here break, right, eventually we're going to test this support area here. It's just going to happen, right? We're going to test that. So more to follow on that. But for the short side, a quick rally, right? And then by ending the week a little bit lower. That's what I'm anticipating for the diamonds. I'm gonna keep all these lines here so you guys can, we can see them together, right? I'll keep them all there. So again, I'm anticipating a short little rally, right, for the upside. Right, very, very short. I think I'm actually being very generous here, to be honest with you, because we're maybe $2 to $3 here for the upside, and then finishing up the closing out the week a little bit lower, right? And if it doesn't hold this support area here, right, I'm really anticipating the diamonds to take a huge little fall for the downside. All right, let us know what you think. It's Castro again, YS Stocks and Options. You guys know me, we know each other. All right, I always say practice logic over emotions, but more importantly, see you guys at the finish line. Peace and God bless. So, one more thing. So if you're anticipating that the stock market is going to go up, you can know, right? You definitely know that I'm buying calls, day trading on Monday and Tuesday for calls. And of course, seeing where exactly we are on Wednesday, and then actually buying some puts as I anticipate the market going down. All right. Peace, people. Peace, peace, peace.